In setting up the method, we're going to set it up where it returns a two-dimensional array. Notice how in my text file we wrote the information out on two separate lines going across. So that's essentially the way we want to set this up as well, is it will print out exactly like this without the hashtags in between. So to do that, we're going to set up a method that returns a two-dimensional array. Make it static, int, and we're going to call it getFile because we're just going to make it where we can always get the file. And we're just going to leave the parameters blank here and hit enter, and it's right now saying we have nothing to return. So we're going to set up a return statement equals new int. And for right now, to keep it really simple, make sure that you know what dimensions your array wants to be. There are ways to read through the text file and figure that out. But let's keep it simple right now. We can also use array lists for that, which we will show you later on in the course. And then we're going to return array. So we set that up. Now, as you know, I did bring in two other imports in addition to the IO exception. So we're going to have this throw the IO exception, just like the main method does up here. We're going to throw the IO exception here and figure out why it is erroring out. Semicolon expected, because I forgot the S in throws. Next class, or next object we're going to create is our file reader, and this locates the text file itself. So this here would be demo.txt. Keep it simple. File reader, we're going to call it file equals new file reader. And then this is part of the reason I had you put it on this level, because all we have to do is reference the file demo.txt. Now this just reads where the file is located. It doesn't actually begin to read in the information. That's what our third import is for, the buffered reader. So buffered reader read file equals new buffered reader. And then we tell it what to read. And in this case, we have it set up through file. You could do this new file reader code inside of it, but it's also just as simple to put in the word file, which if we click on it, ties right back to this variable that reads in the text file. Now we have our object set up. Our next task is to finish it off by actually reading in the code.